In the fast paced life where AI and technology is shaping our world, I think it's easy to feel overwhelmed or lost in the noise, right? But amidst all, let's pause and remember the significance of the month of May, guys. This is a time dedicated to focusing on our mental health and how it's impacting our lives. It's not just about our self care, right? It's also about being aware and ready to lend a helping hand to those around us who may be struggling. And because this awareness can make a world of difference in creating that kind of a supportive, caring, empathetic community. That's the way of life, guys.
Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. It's no secret, friends, you have a purpose and you have the highest potential. Dream it, believe it, achieve it. So dream big, truly believe in it, and achieve it 100% to live the life fullest. And I want to join hands with you on this mission to learn and grow together, to engage, enlighten, and empower. Yes, this is solo episode of your host Jyoti G on Stars of Learning podcast. Let's begin.
So, hello everyone, and welcome to the Stars of Learning podcast. I am Jyoti, your host and founder of this platform, and my mission is here. Is to engage, enlighten, and empower. And I'm sure you know why, because I want you to take an actionable insights from the episodes, what I do, which will help accelerate your growth without reinventing the wheel. That's the intention. So, today, let's delve into the profound power of positivity and well being, friends. As we explore this essence, uh, it's very simple, but a transformative gesture, which is very much neglected, and you can use it in your daily life. A smile. Personally, I have experienced how cultivating positivity, happiness, and abundance, right, in every aspect of life. And that has not only revived me, but also enhanced my overall well being, friends. So, buckle up because in this episode, we are diving deep into the magic of a smile and how it can positively impact our lives. These days, office has made mandatory for me to, come to office for 2 days at least. So, I commute frequently on the metro, and I had a memorable encounter with a late 50s elderly woman, a government employee who was taking the metro for just one stop to switch lanes. If you're aware about the Nama Bengaluru metro lane, right? From railway station, she was getting into the majestic one stop journey. So on one particular day, I clearly remember because it was a Wednesday and a very crowded day. And I was already on board, that too standing near the door. Okay. And this elderly lady was about to enter from the railway station, and many passengers within the metro, right, started creating a chaos because it was already jam packed, and they were saying, why don't you take a next train? It's just not possible. There's no place at all. And they were also saying, please don't push. We don't have space here. And all kinds of rude, grumpy comments were going on. And this lady remained unfazed about the kind of a conversation happening here. But then she got in. She ensured to step into the metro despite the commotion happening within the amongst the passengers within the metro. Okay. And the moment the door closed, you can imagine, right? All eyes were on her. Yet, I could see her because I was standing very close to the door. She maintained her calm and composed, and she was relaxed. Yeah. Seeing her resilience, right? I walked up to her. I just took a next, one move, and I approached her, and I really smiled and I said her, cheers, you made it. And she replied calmly, yes, because I'm going to get off at the next stop and the journey is too short. And her response really hit me so hard. You know, in that moment, she was like, she was so graceful and under whatever the pressure people were giving, whatever the words people were using it, she resonated so deeply, saying that, the journey is too short. Um, and this reminded me of the kind of a fleeting nature uh, we have, right? The time together we spend, importance of cherishing every moment, making it happen for the people, or enabling or giving one hand help, you know. So so I felt I need to share this story with you guys. And during our brief conversation, of course, just one stop, we had that small talk, and I could sense the kind of a pressure she was going through because she was a government employee, the kind of a commitments at the office, and the deadlines, and the importance of rushing back home to take care of her kids because the caretaker would leave. And if she misses this train, it was important that she gets in because she didn't want the kids to be alone there. And not only that, my cooking and next day daily activities I need to take up. So that is why I don't miss this train. And all this she explained, and she said, I know there's no need to discuss about these daily saga, but and she said goodbye when her stop arrived. And but uh, she also highlighted how people often become so obsessed with trivial matters, right? Missing the other side of the brevity. And I mean, it's important to feel the other person uh, care or a responsibility, right? What the other person is going through. Um, Despite that chaos in the metro and the kind of a rush we have in our life, her wisdom and the kind of a perspective she had about her life um, really uplifted me. And it was just a power of smile. We connected, and we are friends now. We exchange the numbers. So when we definitely said bye and we went off. But that whole episode was like in my mind. And this that short conversation also made me think, do we all go through such kind of a mental distress, get annoyed for simple reason and simply react, not knowing what the other person is going through? And if you have said yes, and still thinking about my question, and my conversation is on, because what happened to that lady in the metro, then please, this podcast is for you, because I'm going to give you a magic wand for you to shine in any distress, whatever the challenges you're facing. So get up and listen now attentively. And if you want to make notes, if required, please do so, because not everything we will be able to recall, right? It's important to write down. Whenever I say this, many people smile at me, and that's okay. This is a old traditional practice which I do, because when you listen and when you write, it's going to stay with you for longer time. Yeah. Um and what I want to emphasize is that each of us must understand that, our time in this world is short. And we are darkening our lives with useless arguments, jealousy, not forgiving others. I see that, okay? Discontentment, not happy at all, okay? And bad attitudes. And what I felt, being in a wellness journey, right? I felt these are really ridiculous waste of time and energy. Yeah. And positivity is the only pillar which we need to focus to make our life simpler. So so I agree that everyone goes through chaos, right? So my question to you, did someone break your heart? Stay calm, guys. The trip is too short. You will find a better person in your life. Did someone intimidated you, humiliated you? Relax. Don't stress. The trip is too short again. And did someone insult you without any reason? Happens. This is this is life, and we don't have a control on the other person, right? Just shake it off, ignore it, move on. The trip is too short. And did your colleagues make any comment, or did they take your credit, and which you did not like about it? Take a deep breath. Definitely these are the things which we are going to face in our daily life. Ignore him or her, but you ensure that you make that impactful. So what you can do, forgive and forget it, because the trip is too short. My neighbor dog keeps barking continuously in the morning because it is left alone, and I can't do anything about it. I just play a high music and move on because the trip is too short. I don't have any energy to go and fight with my neighbor or that sad dog. So whatever the problem, right? Someone has I- I'm sure we encounter because of our own mindset or because someone has brought that to us. Remember that our journey together is too short. Life span, we don't know the end date, right? No one knows that length of our trip also. No one knows that when it will arrive at its stop also. So every day there are challenges, there are chaos, right? And we live in a toxic environment, we live in difficult relationship, we have personal struggles, we have financial challenges. All these trials keep happening day in and day out. Our mindset remains the key we need to unlock to an extraordinary life. And what is that, and how can we make that? We must prioritize cultivating positive habit with few simple technical tools which you can use, and that you don't feel alone, nor you're not overwhelmed with it, and you can feel much better. And definitely it is doable, guys, because I've been practicing it, and I've given these tips to my friends, and colleagues, and they've also used it, and they've said it's so simple and beneficial. So the simple tools are, the World Mental Health Board also says you learn new things, act on it, and advocate it. So it so much eases you from the mental stress. And when there are mental stress happening, seek help when needed. And a couple of my friends says, I practice meditation, I go for yoga, I focus on nurturing my dream. I find uh, different moments to relax and unwind, simple like looking at the nature, sky gazing, or a stargazing. Planting water is what I do these days. It's so relaxing, guys. And and I agree that mental stress is something sometimes goes beyond our control. Then my suggestion is take counseling. There is no shame in it, guys. It is your mental health, it is your well being. So, your mental health is also very important. So, take counseling and embrace well being as priority of your life. Yeah. If your health is fine, you will find everything else in place. And most importantly, smiling consciously, guys. And that we have to do it as a daily practice. Okay. The simplest of all. Yeah. Are you smiling now? Yeah, so smile. So you might be wondering, Jyoti, what does smile do? Uh, think for a moment. What does smile do to you when somebody smiles at you? It's a simple gesture, right? Can you not do that? And definitely, when you smile at a problem, it will mitigate. You will get a solution. And when you smile, right, when you go for a meeting with a smile, it brings confidence in you. You practice that, guys. You will really resonate with what I'm saying. Um, When you smile at other person, it gives a response saying that well done. When you're smiling, it says you're a happy person, you're a satisfied person. When you smile, it also means you're understanding what the other person is saying. You're also thankful to what the life has given you, and you're caring, you're responsible, you're satisfied. So many things, so many contexts, and for different people it can be a different context, guys. Don't you agree? Yeah. So smile is such a simple thing to do, and if it is difficult for you to practice, smile it, make it happen consciously practicing it. So what I believe, life itself is a privilege, guys. We will know the value when something happens to our life, when you really hit the rock bottom, or when you go to the deathbed and see, or when you lose someone, you realize what is life. And I don't want you to hit that stage and then realize, but I suggest that you take every moment of your life and live to the fullest, guys. And that is a choice, okay, and it should not be said so you're doing it, it should not be forced on you, it, okay, it should not be by chance also you're doing it. Caution here, today I live my life to the fullest, and tomorrow you don't live, and definitely that's not the way it's going to be. Okay, it's a lifelong journey. Make a choice, because you will never going to get a destination, or you're never going to get a halt, right? That's the end of it. But then when you do that, uh, make a choice, being positive, putting a smile on your face is what you're going to practice. And definitely when I was doing this podcast, I do talk to people asking them, hey, how do you think this podcast would make sense? So when, well, many people ask me these questions also, saying that, Jyoti, I don't get all nice people around me, and there are so toxic people who drains me out. I do agree there could be a lot of toxic people, toxic environment, and again, it's a choice by us to take a control of our emotions. Do you agree with that? I don't want to react to any situation. I want to respond to that. And what is that you want to be represented as to the people around you, or to the world looking at you? Do you want to be rude? Do you want to be like a very cruel, arrogant, blunt, or, very mean or angry or impolite, or whatever that, even sometimes people using offensive language or making inappropriate comments, being inconsiderate about the other person's emotions, even if it is a good, they say, it's not that great, you don't appreciate at all. Is that the kind of a behavior you want to demonstrate, or you want to get a better at that? So if you are at that zone, that then you are polluting everything around you, and you are destroying, period, right? You're giving the wrong signals to the people around you. So, my suggestion is, guys, again, a simple strategy is to smile and be happy, be content. And whenever you see such toxic people, toxic environment, right, remove yourself from there. Yeah, you need to let go few things. They will pollute everything. They will destroy you. They will cause you pain. They will make you cry. They will make you feel very little miserable. They might harm you in many ways, maybe mental also. Mental, if your mental health gets hit, your physical health also gets hit, right? So why do you want to waste your valuable time and efforts, um looking or spending time on these toxic people? you know il- Living in such kind of an environment, um the sooner you get them out of your life, it's better your life will be, guys. I know, you might say, Jyoti, it's not as easy as said, but can you be aware that you are in that kind of a toxic environment? And can you make an effort to come out of it? And you can talk to me if you require. Yeah. And there are people who have said and other things like, Jyoti, the toxic people are my parents, they are my siblings. They are my close friends. They are backstabbers. They are my colleagues, relatives, my lifelong friends, my good old neighbors. I agree. There is nothing more left for it, right? You cannot fight for that then. So then my simple mantra is, I acknowledge. I compromise to live with it. Okay. I also become silent. Okay, silence is the biggest weapon which will enable you guys. Why I say this? Mm, because I definitely don't have any energy to fight with my loved ones anymore. I can't fight with them, but I can accept, adjust, compromise. And I will not crib about it. I'm okay with these changes. I'm okay with their behaviors. And my silence means I'm on a healing process. Okay. I have also distanced some people in my life. I've also done that. Distance means I forget and I forgive them also, everything. And my silence is I'm just trying to gracefully accept, move on with all my dignity and not emotionally damage them and and in turn not losing my self respect. That's very very important to me. I don't want to break any relationship. I mean, why do you care about that relationship? Many people have told me this. They are such a toxic people. I don't want to break any relationship because I focus on building relationship, healthier relationship in every walk of my life. And what is required, I take it. What is not required, I leave it. Simple. Yeah. So guys, you are the CEO of your life. You will have 100 reasons to cry and whine. And I want you to pause at that moment on what are you crying about? What are you complaining about? What are you whining about? And observe, are there any beautiful reason for you to be happy and to be the best version of you? And can you consciously choose to be happy and not whine because the trip is too short? So, friends, join me in prioritizing mental well being, embracing positivity, and choosing happiness. As I agree, we will have negative lives. Twists and turns are there in life, and we can't do anything about that if it's not in our control, right? But at least the control, what is there, is to choose what is relevant to us because the trip is too short to waste on anything but lead a joyful life. So, what has worked wonder for me is to smile. So, can I request you to start with a smile to begin? So today's topic is about smile. The trip is too short, and definitely I look forward to your views and comments, friends, on what you felt about the story, about the journey, about the tools and techniques what I've shared to you till now, and how you're going to apply in your lifelong journey. Not just for today or tomorrow or day after. It is a lifelong journey. So this is Jyoti signing off with a smile. Until next time, keep smiling, stay positive, and live your best life, guys. And thank you for tuning in. All the very best to you.